Hello all and welcome back to another DigiMonday. Today I'm sitting with hunters. I don't see it putting up too many results. I'm not sure if it's just not a fast deck anymore or not, just maybe not as popular or whatever like that. I have a few people that at my local game store that they play hunters fairly regularly, and I know that they're really big on the deck. They say it's still really good, mainly just because I think it's a deck that's kind of hard to interact with because of the save mechanic, and then the way that the tamers work, where they basically you're just putting it under, like straight from your hand underneath the tamer. So the big thing in Digimon right now is there aren't a lot of effects that affect tamers, and there aren't a lot of effects that disrupt hand. Now, I've never played this deck myself. I'm a big fan of Digi-Crossing and the save mechanic. I love Crossheart to death. But this isn't exactly the same. It does a lot of like kind of tucking underneath tamers, but it's from the hand rather than it is the field itself, and you're basically just kind of digivolving onto a big stack and making just a really big Quartzmon really quickly, I think is what the general plan of this deck is. But I also don't know. I haven't played against it a lot, so my knowledge of the matchups are very bad, and really even my knowledge of how this deck kind of works is not great. So, but we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna try it out. So make sure to stick with me. Let's go through a few rounds and see if I can make this deck do something. No tamers. I just feel like we want tamers. Like, I don't think we benefit from not trying to get a tamer. So same deal. Not the most ideal setup. Is that Koromon? Is this black or gray? Yeah, probably. Looks that way. Okay, what are you looking at here? They can only take... Okay, they take the X. Okay, so they could take the one of the two Agumons. I don't think they can take the other two. Breath of the Gods. What's that? That's neat. Oh, that's cool. Seems like I can't have DP reduced. That seems like a really good. Okay, so I think we're just doing this. Alright, so are we Digi-Crossing? Placing one Digimon save its text in your hand under one of your tamers, draw one. So you get the issue is we don't have any tamers. I wonder how often that's like a problem, because I feel like what do we run? We run 4, 7, 8. We run 11 tamers. I wonder if it should be more, but I mean, you know, maybe not. Okay, so that doesn't really benefit us either because we don't have anything. Maybe it's just play this. Like, if we miss tamers, then I guess that's just what happens. I think it's just that. Like, they have a boost, but I mean... Okay. So, not punished for this play, which is good. Because we can take this and this. Really want some tamers to get some stuff moving, though. So now they just take this turn and start building into their stack. But do they push up? No, okay. Yeah, they're just gonna build their stack in the back. No reason to rush for them. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll push up here. Like I said, the only problem here is that we don't really have another tamer source. So I think attacking here is fine because we want to try to draw if we don't survive, good. Okay, so there's our tamer. Or a tamer. So now the question is, what do we want to... What does this do? So that one doesn't really benefit us because we don't have the tamer out yet. I don't... Does this have save? It does have save. Okay. So I think we just want to digicross here. And we have 2 arrested Dramons, so I think it's one of the arrested Dramons that we want. Because this can digivolve, yeah, I think it's this. So, put them to 2, but this lets us play our Tagiru. So throw him out there. And we got a couple of things going on, which is good. So again, they're at 2. They can start pushing up here, and okay, they're choosing not to. So they're just building their stack on the back end, and they're just going to promote later. Which, that makes sense if they're trying to avoid... They're just trying to avoid their guy dying. Okay. So, let's pop this thing out. Let's see. So we can digicross for 2. I guess the question is, does that matter? We don't have any tamer cards to reveal. We have a superior mode. We could digivolve for 4 onto this. Let's see. One of your Digimon to digivolve into a Digimon card, saving its text by spending this tamer and placing 1 card. So we could attack in with this, see if it dies. If it dies, we can put this under our tamer. We could digivolve into this. But is that even good because of the War Greymon? Because it could just delete it. It's tough. It's a tough sell. But I don't think we get anywhere by doing nothing. So I think we're going to go ahead and attack here. Okay, it survives. So that's something. So now our question is, do we want to attack with this? And that's a... It might just be... It's in... Use a memory tamer. So it might just be digivolve here. Well, but that puts them to 4, so we don't really want that. So I think the move is to digicross here, then digivolve maybe onto this, and then I mean maybe that's the play. Yeah, this deck has a lot of options. It's kind of tough to know what to do. So let's do this. So we'll digicross here, and we'll tuck the... Is it this? Since we have another one of these? It might be this. So yeah, let's go ahead and digicross here for 2. This lets us tuck... and what do we want to tuck here? Is it this? It might be that. Well, Maybe we want to draw in the back end with that. Maybe see Arrested Dramon. Yeah, maybe it's the Arrested Dramon. Okay. Put that under here. And that gives us a tamer. I think we're just going to try to be aggressive. So, like, we're just going to try to put as many things on the field, I think, as possible, so that they have to do something this turn. So now our question is... card with Hunter. If you have 4 more tamers in play... eh. And they're going to 3. So that doesn't really do anything. Maybe it's just this, trying to increase our board. Like, I don't think... okay, that's not bad. Take this and take this. So again, they can blow up a lot of stuff this turn, but all of our stuff, I believe, has save. So we will lose some we will lose some Digivolution sources, but I think it's strictly fine to do this now. Digivolve and Hero Tamer play, delete your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 EV or less. Okay. So yeah, this is... but again, we can save here. Now, notably, I think we want to take and put these under other tamers. Like, we want to spread these out. I think it's this one. And then we'll put it under... so which one is more important? I think Tagiru is more important because he's the memory tamer. The reason I'm talking about this is because the Black War Greymon deck can blow up tamers, which is something to be noted of. No Greymon, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. Okay, so yeah, now this, like one of these other 2 guys gets blown up. Blows up this one, he can swing into this one. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Again, just diversifying. I think... this has been kind of a goofy set of games here, because... I mean, I'm checking my internet connection. Mine is working. I don't know what... I mean, it's right there. I mean, it's just... I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's the opponents or me. Yeah, not real great things for this. So in that game, I mean, we definitely start again from 0. Not arguing that we don't. But we do have... let me think. So we have this tamer, which is just a 3. So if we throw this out here, our Digivolution lets us Digivolve, because we'd have 2, or this one only lets us, so that only lets us put 1 source, I think, under it. So our source would be, we'd put this out, Tagiru would let us put another source under it, so that would be 2 sources. This would... so the sequence would matter here, because if they go into the level 6 and they don't blow up one of our tamers, then the switch out is we would have to figure out a way to play this, promote this, reduce its cost, which could be, you know, maybe. That's a tough one. I'm not sure. I can't really call us victories so far because, I mean, based on what we've been seeing, like, I don't know if it's my... it doesn't look like it's my internet. Like, it just... maybe the server's having issues of just having disconnects or whatnot. I also don't know if they've updated to the newest version yet. Maybe that's got something to do with it. I think this is a keep. Because we've got Taiki here. Yeah, I think this is a keep. That is an interesting Bukamon choice. So what are we playing against? It's Imperial Dramon? It is. What an interesting egg choice. When you play a Digimon from one of your Digimon's Digivolution cards, gain 1 memory. Huh. Wonder if they play like the old style Imperial Dramon. That's kind of a cool tech if that's what they're doing. Okay, so what are we doing here? There's actually under one of your tamers to your hand. No. By revealing up to 3 tamer cards and place them at the bottom of your deck in any order, draw 1 for each card placed. That seems like a really good late game thing. For now, I think we're just trying setup now. So let's yet again another tough matchup. Like I said, I think the Imperial Dramon deck is one of the harder ones we have to deal with, especially that tamer that strips our Digivolution sources. So that's rough. Yeah, they're just setting up. Notably, they can't take the Davis. I wonder if they have... Maybe they're missing pieces. Okay. I mean, I don't see a reason to not here. I think we just try to get aggressive. Yeah, we'll do that. So what do we place? I think it's... Is it this one? I think it's this one. We've got a lot of level 3s in our hand, so not really super rushed to put our level 4s under. So, here we go. In we go. Fair enough. Get a draw. Very nice. This isn't bad. Alright. So, for 4. Okay. Digicross. I don't think it matters superbly which one we do here. I guess we'll just do this. And then we can put one of our Arrestor Dramons under it. So pop in here, and then add one. What is it? No, we won't. We'll go ahead and leave that underneath the tamer. And then do we... They have like very little memory. Maybe it's just Digivol. What is this? Digimon during more Digivolution cards, it gains Rush. So it will, but the Rush is kind of irrelevant. Maybe it's just... Maybe that was not the correct play. Because if they go into a Pale Dramon here, then... Yeah. Maybe that wasn't the correct play. Yeah. I guess we'll just see if we're punished. Yes. Let's go ahead and do that. So we'll just put them to 1. I mean, if they don't have a Stigmon, this is kind of a huge payoff for us. Part of me feels like they don't have one. Yeah, now I'm less inclined. Yep, there it is. Alright, well. So unfortunately that also means that our guy gets destroyed or bounced, one of the two. Yeah, he gets bounced. That's actually super, super bad for us. And then we lose all of those. Yeah, this seems like a tough matchup. It really does. Like, I wonder if a rookie rush style is what we're trying to do here. And it's when digivolving, so that's not super ideal. So I guess so what they have on top? The Imperial Dramon, yeah. But it's just a 4. I mean, that's notable, I guess. Something is scratching on the other side of my door. So used to draw. Yeah, I think so. We have a level 5, so I'm not super concerned about that, I think. I think it's this. Okay. So digivolve back here. Problem is we can't digivolve onto a non-black card to get the level 4 effect. So I think it's digivolve here. I think. Digicross here, I mean, is what I meant. So the question is, what do we tuck? Let's see. One card will save in its text. It might be this. So we'll play this. Choose our Clockmon. Throw that under there. And then I don't think so, because if we can play the Taiki, I think we will, so we won't use that ability. So then I think we digivolve here for 3, and then we reduce the cost, so we'll put us back to 0. Put that under. We can de-digivolve this, which is pretty good. And then so the question now is, are we just playing out the Shoutmon to be able to play our Tamer? And I think the answer is yes. So now the question is, which Tamer? So are we wanting to draw cards, or we want memory? I think we're just wanting to try for a long game here if we can. Granted, that is a tough sell, but I think the answer is to play out the oh shoot, I didn't think about that. So that was wrong to do that, because now we have to tuck our... Oh shit. That was dumb too. I could have just digivolved onto this for 4 and just completely neutralized that. Yeah, that was not a good play. That was so bad. Oh my god, that's so bad. Yeah, we're getting super punished by this. So now we're just playing it for 5, and then we're gonna get our... I mean, again, I think our play is the same. We're still getting the Taiki, because we want more card advantage. But, oh my god, that is such a bad play on my part. I should have just run into this and just tucked that thing, because that would have given us such an advantage. Yeah, it was a horrible play on my part. And giving them 5 memory is exactly going to it's exactly going to be able to undo what I just set up for that. Oh my god, that's so bad. so bad. Because they can literally just, with all the cards they have, they can literally just play out another Vmon or Wormmon. And then that's actively bad for us. And do they have the other thing under it? Yeah. Oh my god, that's a beating. That was such a bad play. That was so, oh my god, just the amount of punishment we're gonna get out of this. Oh man, it's awful. Now, on the plus side, they didn't have the other Paildramon, so our guys will suspend. We'll lose sources. But I guess it's... Ugh. Punished. Yeah, that's backbreaking. That's like, I don't even have words. That's so bad. Weirdly, I think it's this. I don't know. I don't know if this is the appropriate target. And they just swing into this too. Yeah. And they've got piercing, which is double bad. Maybe. Yeah, it's just, ugh. That's just so poorly executed for me. And they just have these guys out, which are, yeah. That's so bad. Okay, so there is a world where we can get rid of this, I think. But the problem is that I think we have to... Yeah. So that was another punishment for not playing this one over this one. Because we needed 2 different colors to be able to get into this thing. Like, that last turn, that might have been the worst possible thing I could have done, because I undid everything I just set up the previous turn, and it's just actively terrible that's what happened. So yeah, this is real bad. Digivolve for 2. So we could, yeah, we can make this free, right? Okay, well, we're gonna try this. So this should be for free then, because we can reduce the cost. Is it one of these? I think we could just give it the jamming one. Yeah, let's give it jamming. And then this one will do the same, but we'll grab what? Blocker? Blocker's not bad. Especially since this thing will come in and it'll attack without having to be real concerned with tapping. So that's not bad. So then I believe the move is to play the Tagiru. This has jamming. Right? Well, this Digimon is saving its text has jamming. Okay. I don't... This Digimon is at least for which may attack without suspending. If they have an ace here, that's real bad, though. Yeah, that punishes us if they have an ace. So let's go with Tagiru. And then we can Digivolve here for 4. We can reduce it to 3 because they have their memory tamer, because why not? And then let's do... is it that one? I mean, it might be the little pencil guy, just for some extra... Then again, we probably also want to draw rather than anything else. So this puts him to 3. This also makes it... Oh, that fucking partition, dude. Partition. You messed up again. Oh, man. Yeah, y'all are basically just watching me just make the worst plays possible. Which is awful, because it feels like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing with this deck. Sure. So we'll attack. So let's draw. And then... I mean, it doesn't... Yeah, it doesn't matter. That answers my question earlier, though. They do have this thing, which makes that egg that they're running pretty decent. That's an interesting strategy. Like, I never considered that since these guys, like, get pulled back out after that happens, that maybe, like, this is actually really good. Because it's whenever you play them, right? Yeah. And the partition on that's really good, too. Like, that's actually not bad at all. Yeah, this seems like an abysmal matchup. Even if you're playing properly, this seems like an abysmal matchup. Yep. Trash my sources. Yeah. I really think we had a chance in this game if I didn't play that one turn just so absolutely poorly. So bad. Like, because they would have had an empty board. We would have had an Arrestodramon active on the field. Like, oh my goodness. Just such a bad play. Yeah, now they're just gonna kill us. That one feels real bad. Like, that feels actively like one of the worst games I've ever played. That might have been one of the worst turns I've ever played this game, period. Ugh. Nothing quite as humbling as playing a deck you've never played before and playing against cards that you have very limitedly played against. I mean, it's probably a keep. Ah. Old Gallantmon. I know he got a new, he got an ace card, I think, in BT17, so I'm sure all the gallant folks are real stoked about that. Alright, well. Not sure. This is probably a favorable matchup for us. I don't know how favorable, but like with the repetition and whatever we have, I mean, it's very likely. I don't think we're digi-crossing, are we? We would do this for 2. Digivolve. Is it here, maybe? Digiminus 2 or more cards. Rush. And we're at 3. Interesting. Gallantmon deletes a lot of stuff. We have a tamer, but like, are we just playing it safe? I mean, I might just be playing it safe here and just like digivolving on the back. I think maybe that's the plan. Like, we're not really in the state where we want to start a fight with them deleting constantly. So I think doing it this way is probably a little bit better for what our plan is here. Gallantmon. God's Warriors. Okay, so they have nothing in raising. I mean, maybe. Is this the memory one? No. Place 1, draw 1, sure. Is it this? Or this? Retaliation. It might be this. Sure, I think it's probably, we'll do that. Okay, that's a thing, and are we just killing that? I think we're just killing this. Like, I don't think we... attacking, draw and draw. Yeah, I mean, I think we're just killing this thing. Put them to 1? Yeah, we'll do that. And then just pop that thing. Yeah. Yeah. Our opponent with a little bit of a slow start. It looks like they're maybe short on level 3s, is what I'm guessing. It's the only reason I think that a play like that exists. I mean, we could be a monster and just go into this thing. So, also notable, this thing doesn't have jamming. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, That's tough. I mean, because it looks like they literally had no level 3s to go into, and I mean, I don't think I even really need to explain what our next path here is, but I mean, it's just go into the Quartzmon and then just they do nothing. I mean, I don't even know that we have to go into Quartzmon. It's just is what it is. This seems good. Keep this. We're first. Cool. So let's do first 3, I think. Yeah. Let's do this one. And then we can play Taiki. Alright. Not a bad first turn. Not a bad first turn. Wish we would have had something to Digivolve back here, but that's okay. What is this? Oh, this is the, yeah, what is this thing? Galaxy, I think Galaxy deck is what that's referred to. Yes, we will do that. Is it this one? I think it's that one. This has jamming. Yeah. Nice. So that doesn't do anything. Okay, so what do you do? This is a memory tamer. By suspending this tamer and placing the top card of your, placing one of your Digimon did evolve into a Digimon card in your hand without paying the cost. Huh. Gnarly. I think we just, I mean, they're going to 3, so I mean, I think it's just play Taiki. This is also one of those decks I have not played enough against to really understand what it does. Bunch of search effects. This one's a neat twist. Is what does that do? So now they're just this is like a combo. Like they're just basically trying to go into their big dude like really, really quickly. I think I know what this deck is. I know they have. I think the combo itself is like if you have it, you have it, and ooh, unfortunate. One of your opponent's Digimon, what? Can't suspend. Okay. Blitz. Oh, gross. Okay. That was awful. Sure. So we get our boys. Yep. Yeah. We also don't have anything. I don't think it's big enough to do much about that. That thing's nutty. Okay. So place one card, draw one, sure. Yes. I think. It's a level 4. Does Digivolving do anything to this thing? Turns it into a 7,000 and something. And that's only when Digivolving. Ugh. So I think it's this one. See if we can draw into something good. But we need. See, that's the problem too. Is we don't have enough. I don't think we have enough material to do anything notable. Maybe we just So if we choose not to draw here, tucking it under doesn't do. I don't think we do. So I think we just push this back here. Yeah, we're punished for that. Great. Is it just put them back to 2? And they're going to 3 anyway. Maybe it's just this. No, we're just going to throw them to 4. I mean, they're going to 3, so. And we can't do that because we don't have no tamers, so, I mean, yeah. So what does this thing... Like, I assume they have some kind of something they can just, like, morph into, or... Like I said, I have very little experience with this deck. I've seen it played once or twice, but I don't have a real good idea of what it does. I just know it's like I think it's an OTK deck, but it doesn't really do it all the time. So I'm not 100% sure. The card is removed from... What is that? When a card is removed from your opponent's security stack, delete one of their opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's. That's cool. Yeah, we'll save. Put them under here. All the tamers. Now if we draw an arrested German, that's not bad. But I mean, I get the feeling we're not going to, because the memory retention of this thing is absurd. And they're gonna, oh yeah, they just gain memory. Yeah. Does this thing unsuspend? Or can they do that? If they digivolve into something that has blitz, then yeah, but I don't know if it has blitz or not. Like unsuspend and blitz or something. Mirage Gal, what are you doing? What's under this? Okay. It's a neat interaction. Like it just like tucks the other one so that they can just constantly digivolve over and over. It's pretty cool. That's neat. What's that? Okay, so I guess we push up. Interesting. Place one card. Is it just a Reshiramon that we're trying to get here? I mean, it might be... If we draw into more Tamers, we're in kind of trouble. But, I think we're trying to get into a Reshiramon. I don't think we're Quartzmon. Yeah. I think we could tuck the Quartzmon without having too much of a concern here. That's what we were looking for. So... now I think we can tuck this one. I don't know, we can't. Because we have to digivolve. Yeah, we can't do that. We have to keep that. And we can't use that one either. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. So, okay. Here's our plan. I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to see. So, yeah. I mean, they all do the same thing. So we're just Digivolution cost -1. What do we want? Do we want jamming? We might want jamming. Or, I think we want jamming first. And then we want basically all the draw spells. Or draw spells, sorry, draw. Digimon that draw cards. That's what we want. So then we want this. We can do this one more time without worrying too much about dumb stuff. 2,000, 4,000 DP or less, and blocker. We have to have blocker, don't we? We have to, because otherwise we're gonna get supremely messed up. Yeah, we have blocker. Blocker. And then we don't use that one. And then we're gonna de-digivolve that. And then we're gonna digivolve here. Yes. No, I shouldn't have done that. That was dumb. Oops. 2,000 Quartzmon attacking. I think it's that, because we can blow up that thing. Yeah, let's do that. Bink, because then we have that end to turn the rest of the Dramon thing. So, yeah. Okay. This. And then put that under here. And then, yes. When this attacks, we can blow this up. Yes, please. And then, yeah. Okay. Here we go. So now if they have a way to destroy this thing, then not great, but we'll see. Gain 2 memory. Wow. What's this do? Both players draw 1, then if you run 8 or more cards, gain 1 memory. No. Okay. I'm vibrating. Where was I? There I am. Nope. Nothing important. Thank you. Sure. Oh, I can't suspend? Fuck! We're dead. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Alright. So we did awful. But I shouldn't say we. You all are not we. I did awful. This deck feels like it's in a very strange place. Like, it's very... Now, again, I'm not adept with this deck at all. So there's a lot of... I found a lot of contention with this card and having these guys as what to digivolve onto with it. So that's probably a deck building error on my part. In addition, like me being... That one turn especially, like just me being a bad pilot is notable. Definitely need some more reps with this to try to figure out what I'm doing with it. So aside from my inept piloting, as far as a critical assessment that I can see, I did notice that like Imperial Dramon is a fan favorite deck that most people are really excited because, you know, it's finally decent in competitive formats. And that deck just outright kills this thing. Like, it is so bad. All of their stuff is built to just mess your bonnet up. And this deck has kind of a goofy issue where, since so much of your stuff is based on making your stack huge over one particular Digimon, stack builds are a rough deal right now because of just how many different ways different decks have to interact with them. And it doesn't really have a lot of protection either from what I've been seeing. I mean, I get the idea, get into this and then get into this and then you're done. But I just kind of had a lot of options. I had a lot of points where I just feel like that just didn't happen. And like getting into this thing, well, this is a good card. It's kind of only just okay. So I don't know. It's a deck I will need to play with more to be able to understand it fully. But I could see where it would be a little bit rough. So critiques aside, if you're going to be playing Digimon competitively, I do think that this deck is a great place to start. The biggest reason is because of cost. Cost makes this deck absolutely fantastic, because this is definitely one of the more affordable Digimon decks that exist out in the wild. It has decent competitive nature, and most of the stuff that's in here is actually very affordable. Like, it's you can pick this up for like $20. The only exception to that rule is the Quartzmons. I know Quartzmons are a little bit higher in price right now, but you can also, I mean, if you have your Quartzmons, I mean, the rest of this deck is pennies. Like, you could literally you could go to any shop that like runs Digimon and you could probably pick up this deck for next to nothing. The other advantage is that if you look through the deck, every single card, I'm pretty sure, comes from BT12, except for this one. But again, that's just kind of a spicy one of. But you could literally just pick up a box of BT12, and you could put this deck together just by buying a box. And you even have the chance of getting a couple of Quartzmons while you're at it. So that was Hunters. I'm sorry you all had to pain through watching me do that, but I mean, I feel like at this point that's what this show has kind of become, is y'all watching me suck. And maybe I get better, maybe I don't. But it is, it's still fun. It's still something that I like to do. So thank you for indulging me. I really appreciate it. So make sure to stay safe, and as always, stay scary.